Welcome back to Sunday Yoga Ritual, where we reset our nervous system for the week ahead so we can feel steady and at ease all week long. Each time you come back to Sunday Yoga Ritual and reset your nervous system, you're training your body and your mind, and this is going to have many effects throughout your week off the mat. The more you come back to yoga, the deeper it goes, and the more it's readily available when you need it. Sometimes we get into the situation where we haven't been in our yoga practice for a little while and something comes along that throws us off in life. Perhaps it's needing to care for a loved one, or things in the house start falling apart, cars. We have these troubles and these strifes in life. And when our nervous system is already dysregulated, when we're already in a pattern of fight or flight, or a pattern of flee and acquiesce where we give up. So if that's somewhere you've been, or you've been joining Sunday Yoga Ritual and you're feeling the effects of coming each week to regulate your nervous system, I'm so glad that you're here. Today will be a gentle yoga practice. So find your comfortable seat. We call this Sukhasana. Sukha means ease, and that's really what we're trying to cultivate in our body and our mind. The body is a reflection of the mind. So if you're feeling tension in your body, if you feel pain in your body, it's likely that your mind is also feeling tense. We'll begin with a breath practice to ease this. So just come into your natural breathing and notice what's present. You could close your eyes if that feels safe enough for you. And tune into your internal landscape, that which is present for you. We need not judge or write a story about what we're feeling or how it got there. We don't need to justify our feelings about the situation, but just to notice. This is a way of befriending ourselves. Begin to deepen your breath into your lower belly. So now you're grabbing the reins of your breath, or you're taking some self-leadership over your breath. And see if you can deepen it and expand your ribs on the inhale. And exhale completely, getting a little heavier, more relaxed. If the mind feels a little busy right now, you could ask your mind to set aside whatever it's holding right now. It'll be there for you after the practice. But if you're able to, say, parking lot it, you'll be able to be more present and receive more benefits from this practice. Let's add the physiological sigh. This is the sip breath. So you're going to inhale to the top of your inhale capacity, take a sip more, and then like a pressure chamber, slowly release and sigh it all out. We'll do it together. So wherever you're at in your breathing cycle, take an inhale and let it out. And we'll begin together. Inhale. When you reach the top, take a sip more breath in, and then slowly begin to let the air out with the exhale, and then you can sigh it out through the nose or mouth. Pause here to notice a few organic breaths. Watch your body recalibrate. So far we're tending to the breath on its own, and we're also showing your breath that you can take some leadership and help the body and mind reset. These are really great body memories that you can use throughout this week. I highly recommend the physiological sigh. Now we're going to take Nadi Shodhana. Nadi Shodhana is a more advanced breath, so be gentle with yourself as we practice this. If you're already practiced in Nadi Shodhana, go ahead and begin your Nadi Shodhana. If this is a newer practice for you, I'm excited to share Nadi Shodhana is a great way to balance, to bring balance to your body and your mind. It balances the right and left side hemisphere and helps to clear out your channels. So you'll take your right hand and you can bend your ring finger and your middle finger. You'll use your thumb on the right side of your nose, and your pinky can be used on the left. There's a valve just slightly higher than your nostril, and you'll find that. Rest your thumb here. We're going to breathe in on just the left side while we close off the right side. When you reach the top of your inhale on the left, you'll seal off the left nostril so you can exhale completely through just the right side. Then you'll take an inhale on the right side, seal it, release the left side, and exhale completely. We always end on the left side, and that's one complete round. And today we'll do about 3 together so you can feel into it. And like I said, if you're already practiced in Nadi Shodhana, let's just do as many rounds that are gentle and feel soothing to your system today. Okay, once more, take an inhale. Exhale it out completely. Reach your thumb up to your nose, and if hang loose is better for you, or you just want to use your pincher fingers, you could do that too. Seal off the right side and inhale on the left side. Seal the left, exhale right. Inhale right, exhale left. Keep moving through this at your own pace. Wherever you're at in your Nadi Shodhana practice, I invite you to do one more cycle. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale right, exhale left. Release your hand down in your lap, and we'll prepare for a meditation. So I invite you to close your eyes and notice any subtle or big shifts in your internal landscape from before the breathing practices. Again, without judgment, without meaning. Let your body breathe you. And bring your awareness to your outer body, your muscles, your skin. See if you can soften. What would it be like for your muscles and your skin to get just a little more relaxed, a little heavier? Perhaps noticing the parts of your body making contact with the earth. And also noticing the parts of your body that are not making contact. Travel a little deeper and notice how your body is breathing you. Notice your inhale, the exhale. You might notice where the breath travels geographically through your landscape. And traveling our awareness slightly deeper to our mind, noticing any luminance or clarity, or noticing any busyness and congestion, or something in between. Keep allowing your body to breathe you. as you rest and relax into this space. There are 5 mind states. There's disturbed. Might sense what it's like to have a disturbed mind. This can be rumination, anxiety, agitation. The mind quality can be dull. You might remember a time where your mind felt dull, lethargic, or depressed. Sensing into the mind space here, our mind can also and is often distracted. This is where many of us live, in a distracted mind, with our senses fleeting from one thing to the next. Our mind can be one-pointed, and see if you can start to cultivate some one-pointedness, focusing on your breath at the tip of your nose as you inhale and as you exhale. And finally, the mind state can be lucid, dreamlike, clear, luminous. And my hope is that we can touch into this lucid space by the time we reach our Shavasana. Please bring your hands to heart center and blink your eyes open if they've been closed. Welcome back. We'll begin with our gentle movement practice. Place your right hand to the right on a block or the floor and ground your hand down. Press down into your fingertips, down into the palm of your hand, and press special attention into your thumb and your index finger as you rest your one-pointed focus on the webbing between your thumb and index finger. Press down, and with an inhale, reach your left arm up and over. Breathe here. Stretch into this. Listen to your body for how it would like to move after you've reached into the shape. Let's inhale, reach up, and exhale, fold over again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bend. And this time, let's come down with our arm in front. And then reach both arms up. So just a gentle circling motion. Rest your left hand to the left. Press into your pointer finger and thumb as you reach right arm up and over. Turn your gaze down to the floor and press into your index finger and thumb. Your dristi, this is your focal point, how we create one-pointed focus. So see if you can rest your gaze softly just on one place, maybe a spot on the floor or the webbing between your thumb and finger. Begin to inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, bend. Last time. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bend. Inhale, come forward with your right hand and reach both arms back up. Look up and do a little movement with your jaw here to release any holding there. Move your jaw side to side or blow air in your cheeks like a monkey. And then exhale, twist to the right. Bring your outer left hand to outside your right thigh. And your right hand can be a kickstand for you, either on a block to help bring the floor up to you. This can help you have a straighter spine. We're not looking for a straight spine, but when we bring the floor up, it allows us to be a little more upright, allowing more space between our vertebrae, between our organs. And drop your awareness into your lower belly. See if you can relax into the shape you've created and not need to do more, not need to push past, not need to hurry ahead. I know that's a common pattern I have. Let's inhale, reach up. My mind often wants to go to what is next. Exhale to the left. Outer right hand comes to your outer left thigh. Use your left hand as a kickstand. As you inhale, lengthen your spine, reaching the crown of your head up. And exhale, relax. Get heavy. One more time. On your next inhale, let's reach up with the arms. And exhale, bend to goalpost arms. We'll inhale, reach up once more. Exhale, bend to goalpost arms. Once more. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, you can reach your elbows all the way down to your side. And we'll come into cat-cow now. So come into tabletop. If you need a blanket or something for your knees, that can be really helpful. You can spread your fingers wide. Your fingers could point slightly out towards the outside of your mat and stack your hips and knees in one line. So from here, reach the crown of your head forward and your tailbone back. So imagine you're creating a longer table. And press down into the earth with both hands. As you inhale, arch your lower back, draw your chest forward and up. On the exhale, press down into the ground to arch your back and tuck your chin into cat. Move through this at your own pace. Next time you move through cat, let that be your last one. Come into a neutral spine and turn your left shoulder towards your left hip. So this is going to create a C curve with your spine. You're looking at your left toes now. Breathe into your right side body. On your exhale, let's fishtail around to the other side. Create a C curve on the right side and look at your right toes. And come back around. Step your right hand forward about 6 or 8 inches. Then exhale, push back into a child's pose. Your hips may not reach your heels, and that is okay. With our right arm ahead, we have a little more space on the right side. Breathe there. Use an inhale to push yourself back up. Step your right hand back, left hand forward. Use your exhale to draw hips towards heels. Inhale, come back up. This time we're going to reach our right hand forward and step left heel back, toes pointed down towards the ground. This may be where you stay today, or perhaps you're just with one arm or with just one leg. So be where you're at. And then we're going to take knee and elbow together. So with an exhale, draw elbow and knee together. Inhale, extend. Exhale. 3 more times. See if you can go slow, not need to get to the end faster, but to enjoy the journey. Rest your right hand down, your left knee down, then reach left arm forward, right leg back. Use your exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale. 3 more times. See if you can go at a slower pace. Better to have 1 or 2 at a slower pace than 5 we rush through. Last one. Release your hands down, leg down, and sit back to a child's pose for a moment. Stretch your arms forward. Or if you'd like, you could reach your hands down by your side. Notice your breathing. And walk your hands forward. Spread your fingers and step into a down dog. So you're going to come onto the tops of your toes and press back. Keep a very generous bend in your knees as you draw your heart down towards the floor. So we're not concerned with getting our heels to touch the ground yet. We are preparing by setting up, focusing on our heart space. You could turn your hands like they're on pickle jars, and they're going to open the pickle jars in the direction of the outer mat. This can spin your triceps and create a little space to move into. Inhale, come up onto the tops of your toes. And exhale, start lowering your heels towards the ground. Inhale, rock forward into a plank. Draw your toes and your hands together isometrically. And then lower slowly all the way to the ground. You can make a pillow with your hands and look to one side. Rest here for a moment. We'll move through some cobra. So come onto your forearms. This blanket out of the way. Onto your forearms, press down into the tops of your feet. And just like in cow, where we drew our chest forward before going up, we're going to do that same thing here. With your hands planted in your mat, you could pull your arms back as you press down to help make this happen. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, lower. Look to the opposite direction. Let's come back up into Cobra. You can decide by listening to your body what it needs today. You can decide if you want to stay with your forearms on the ground, or if you'd like a little bit more, you could begin to straighten your elbows. The closer your hands are to your body, so now we're getting more into a seal pose, and the straighter your arms, the more extension you're going to have in your lower back. It's going to create more compression. We want to create compression in the lower back so that when we release, come on down, exhale down, the compression, then we can ease the tension. Yoga is often a series of contraction and release. Let's do the Cobra one more time. Take it however feels right for you. This could be more of a Sphinx pose with your forearms on the ground, pressing down into your hands. Draw your chest forward. And keep pressing into the tops of your feet. Take one more breath here. Exhale down. Rest your head to one side, and whichever side you look towards, slide that knee up towards your elbow. It can be a release for the lower back. Slide your knee back down and press yourself to a kneeling posture. From our kneeling posture, we'll let our body settle. Any chemistry, any changes in our system can recalibrate before we move into a few standing postures. And close your eyes. And notice your prana, your life force, your heartbeat, your blood or your breath coursing through your body. These beautiful signs that we're alive, even if we're in pain or we're suffering from anxiety or depression or some other kind of disease. Let's come up to stand. We'll start with a wide-legged forward fold. So bring your feet about one leg length apart, and your toes could be slightly inward. Right? Interlock your fingers behind the small of your back and draw your knuckles down towards the ground. If you'd like, you could look up. And bring your chin to neutral. And as you exhale, come into a forward fold by hinging from your hips. You can bring your elbows and interlocked hands with you. Keep a bend in your elbow, a bend in your knee. Press down. So we call this root to rise. Press down into the bottom of your feet and hinge from your hips to come all the way back up. Release the interlock with your fingers and point your right toes towards the short edge of your mat. Your heels should be in one line, and we're going to ask our hip bones to be facing forward as we bend into the right knee, bringing your right knee over your ankle. Trying to open the knee towards the wall behind you. So this is an isometric motion. And you can have the sensation that you're going to pull your mat in opposite directions. This will help keep your legs lit up and keep them stable. Feeling stable in our practice is how we feel stable outside of our practice as well. Inhale, reach your arms out to a T. Look over your right middle fingernail. That's your dristi. Rest your gaze here. With a steady foundation, let's add an easeful breath. If you're shaking, that's okay. If your breath is becoming irregular, that is a sign we want to back off. We no longer need to stress if you can't breathe with ease. Straighten your right leg. Reach forward and exhale to bring your right hand towards your right shin. You could use a block here and rest your hand on the block as you reach left hand up. Begin opening your chest towards the ceiling. You could look up if you'd like, or it can be more grounding and stabilizing to rest your gaze downward. Let's inhale, reach back up. Bend your knee one more time into warrior two. And inhale, come back up. Pivot your toe towards the front. Place your hands on your hips. Take an inhale. And exhale, hinge from your hips to come into a forward fold. Could use a block for your hands. Keep a bend in your knees. You might like to shake your head no. Nod your head yes. And root to rise. Bend your knees, press down into the earth like it's a springboard. It's going to spring you up, reach all the way up. Look up. And pivot your left toes towards the short edge of your mat. Bring your arms to a T. And use your exhale to bend into your left leg. Begin opening your left knee towards the wall behind you as your hip bones face forward. Bring your gaze to your left middle finger nail. See if you can soften your gaze. And notice your breathing. These postures will get easier with time. Let's straighten the left leg. Reach forward the left toes. Then exhale to bring your left hand down to the floor or your shin. Look up or down. And again, you could always use a block. Become the witnesser to your experience rather than needing to always be wrapped up in what's happening. Take a bird's eye view and just see if you can take a new perspective. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend into your left knee, warrior two. And press down into the earth. Come back up. Pivot your toes forward, hands on your hips. Fold. If you have blocks or you can reach the floor, let's walk hands or blocks over to the right. Bend into your right knee and press down into your left foot. Now press down into your right foot and begin to travel over to the left, bending into your left knee and pressing down into your right foot. Walk back to center. One more forward fold here. Bend your knees. Root the bottom of your feet into the floor and come all the way up. Let's heel toe, feet together. And we'll take a balancing posture today. We'll take eagle pose. Can't remember if we've done eagle pose in a while. So shift your weight to your right foot. You could lift all 5 toes to ensure that you're going to be pressing into the 4 corners of your feet. Then ground your toes down. That'll help prevent us from instantly gripping with the toes. We want to use the toes, but not completely. Okay, step your left leg up and we're going to cross it over the right. If you have space, you can hook your left foot all the way around. Just be where you are today. Everybody's different. And then if you have more balance capacity, and remember to balance, we're pushing down into the 4 corners of our feet, using our toes, and hugging everything into the center line. Lift your chest, and set your dristi. You can reach your arms out to a T, and we'll bring left arm over right and bend elbows. If you can wrap here, that's great. You could also just take opposite hand to opposite shoulders. Any shaking is a good sign. Let's take 1 or 2 more breaths here. If you fall out, just begin again. Yoga also teaches us that we can always reset. We can always start over. Exhale, release down. Shake it out. Shake your legs, shake your arms. And shift your weight into your left foot. Ground your toes. Right leg over left. Stabilize. Contain. Feel the boundaries of your body hugging into your center line. And if you'd like, you can add the arms. Right over left. And bend your elbows. Smiling is good. See if you can find a steady breath, or if you can come back into the pose time and time again with a smile instead of frustration. Okay, release down. Shake it out. All right, we're ready to go down to the mat. You might want a blanket handy for your Savasana. So laying on your back, we'll take a couple postures to prepare us for Savasana. So lower down slowly. And here we'll just pause for a moment and let our body recalibrate to this shape. Notice your heart rate, your breath pace. with bent knees and your feet about hip distance apart. Press down into the four corners of your feet. As you inhale, bring your hips up towards the ceiling. The power of this pose comes from pressing down into the earth. And you can tuck your chin towards your chest here. Exhale, lower all the way down. Let's do bridge pose again. When you're ready with an inhale, begin pressing down into the earth. Let the power of the pressing down lift your hips or help lift your hips. Draw your knees down towards your toes. Exhale, come all the way down. This time we're going to use our arms if possible. You could also use a block. When you come up, you can shimmy a block underneath at any height. We want to keep pressing down into the floor, so we're not going to rest into the block like it's bedtime, but keep pressing down and use the block to stabilize and support. If you're not using the block, when you begin pressing down, and you can begin this anytime, when you begin pressing down into the earth, lifting your pelvis, begin to shimmy your forearms underneath so you can interlock your fingers. Then you'll press down into the earth with your forearms. Tuck your chin towards your chest and see if you can create an easeful breath. One more inhale. Use your exhale to lower slowly, as if you're lowering one vertebrae at a time. Extend just the left leg and draw right knee in towards your chest. Ardha Uttanasana. Breathe into your lower belly. So in these postures, there's not more to do. Once we get into the shape, we can release control of our breathing and soften. Imagine softening your skin and your muscles. See if your breath can soften as it moves through your body. You can reach your right leg long and pause here for just a moment to notice any circulation returning down your right leg. We were only there for a short moment, so it may not be intense. But if there's something subtle there, we do want to notice. Then draw your left knee in towards your chest. Find your shape and allow yourself to soften. Become the witnesser to your body breathing you like a loyal friend. Let's bring the right knee to meet left. This is Apanasana. And then spread your arms out to a T. Take a big inhale here, full inhale. Then use your exhale to lower both knees to the right as you turn your gaze to the left. See if you can keep both knees together. It's often the bottom knee is going to want to jute out much further. See if we can keep the pelvis as neutral as possible by keeping the knees together. Use your next inhale to come up to center. And when you're ready with an exhale, lower both knees to the left as you look to the right. Inhale both knees back to center. Reach around your shins or your hamstrings and draw your forehead to your knees and squeeze. This contraction of the body into a little ball so you can exhale and expand into your Savasana. Let your body take up as much space on your mat, on your floor. You might cover with a blanket. And release any control of your breathing. Decide what you'd like to do with your hands, perhaps one hand on your heart and one on your belly, or both face down on the ground. See if you can release or soften any holding at your hairline, smoothing out your forehead, the bridge between your eyes. Soften the corners of your eyes. And even imagine what it would be like to soften the muscles behind your eyes. Let your jaw hinge be loose. You can let your tongue lay at the bottom of your mouth. And your shoulders begin to get heavy into the earth. As you soften any holding in your belly and your hips. When I was a child, we had sidewalk chalk and we would draw our body outlines on the asphalt. I invite you here to pick a place and imagine that you're drawing your own body on the ground. If the mind comes in to distract you, that's okay. Just come back to try to complete this one line around your whole body. If you were able to complete your body print or you have a resemblance of some body print, imagine sinking 1 inch deeper into your body print. Letting each organic exhale take you a little deeper into relaxation. Once again, release any holding in your hips or your pelvis. When you feel ready, begin to deepen your breath and bring micro movements back to your body, such as wiggling fingers and toes or blinking eyes open slowly. Let bigger movements follow, rolling wrists and ankles, bending knees, or stretching overhead. And roll to one side. Pause here. And listen from within your own body when it's time to push yourself up to a seat. And we'll sit together for just a moment to close. You can find Sukhasana. Close your eyes and check in with your internal landscape. From your skin and your muscles to your breath and your organs, your nervous system, and your mind. Perhaps you can name the state of your mind now, from dull, disturbed, distracted, one-pointed, or lucid. Please bring your hands to heart center if this is a gesture you enjoy. Press your thumbs into your sternum as you bow toward your heart. Thank yourself for taking the time, for using your energy for your yoga practice, for your self-care. I personally want to thank you for sharing your time and your energy with me. You can release your hands down when you're ready. Thanks for being here this week. I'm so happy to be sharing my yoga practice with you and for you to share your yoga practice with me. I'll see you next week.